not ask for nothing. You better not ask for nothing. You better not ask for nothing. You better not ask for nothing. Feeding you greatness, everything you need. Pull up to the table and fulfill, Jill B. We got the last week for the culture and what's trending. Foolishness and friends, everything in between.
But y'all not listening when we say don't ask for nothing. Whatever you need,
anything, everything, all things,
you'll be fulfilled right here. Tune in, turn up.
Turn up.
What's good, everybody? It's Keen, it's Moni, it's Jish, and this is We Have That at Home. And you better not ask for nothing.
You better not ask for nothing.
Don't touch
Come on,
nothing.
merch.
Okay.
And
Okay. I ain't even peep. Look, okay.
I know.
Look, the folks not ready.
Am I dark, y'all?
Only in the natural light of God's Son.
Yeah, I'm like, yes, you're dark.
Brown skin boy.
The
Your
melanin is
skin just
popping.
like theirs.
You're a little dark, but you good.
I turned up this light, so I better be glowing a little bit.
You better glow.
Come on, glow. Hey, y'all, this our season of glow. You know, we done being ashy faced and dry kneecapped it. That's something.
I don't know. Every now and again.
let me check my knuckles right now.
Shout out to this past weekend.
The weekend before last.
Oh, we've been together since. Okay, I got that. Bye. What's
All
good,
right.
y'all? How are you?
I'm chilling, living good, living great. How are you?
I'm wearing my last fall fabric.
Okay, fall fabric.
I have to join you in spring /
It's 80 degrees. It's real out here.
Yeah, I mean, it's still pretty cool. Like I have my little, sweater on when I went out.
Right.
Okay. Yeah, I'm still.
Yeah, this has to go away after this week, though.
Yeah, I'm still like on that, like 1 foot in, 1 foot out. Like I definitely be like, okay, it's nice out, but I definitely bring a hoodie. Still, like, okay, let me bring a little hoodie, Even if I got on shorts,
flip flops with socks.
With socks, long socks, with in the hoodie.
Don't have your calves be cold now.
I can't have the calves cold.
But let's jump into this episode because it's a little juicy.
Mm-hmm.
Love all the relationship episodes and topics. So, first on the menu, should you teach someone how to love you or learn how to love them? Now, I'm going to read the little meme that it came from. Now, these are the two sides. This is a debate. A, do not teach a man how to be, A, my future, please teach me how to love you the way you need to be loved, and please be open to teaching me. I understand you are your own unique, beautiful soul, and the love you require is as unique as you are. Teach me. Don't expect me to know, and I won't expect it from you. Sounds solid. Flip side. Do not teach a man how to be your man. Don't ask him how to show you off. Do not ask him to text you. Do not ask him to care about you. Do not ask him to bring you random flowers. Do not ask him to plan dates. The right man will know exactly what to do and when to do it. And, that doesn't just go for women and men. I'm sure men have the flip side as well when they view women. So are we looking for people that are just all the way put together? Or do you think that people need a little, training to get used to you?
Scheme.
Why me? I don't have anything.
You don't got nothing. You supposed to be the pro out of all of us. You the married
You need
one.
to go first, and then I can go off of what you say.
Yeah.
No. Okay, so I think
You should be trying to scope out our replies. I ain't got nothing for you, brother. You go.
No,
You
I
lead
don't.
us. You lead us.
I just didn't want to go first.
Lead me,
all the
brother.
time, but it's
Frick
fine.
or frack. One of y'all are gonna talk.
No, I'm gonna go, so it's okay. I got it's a lot up here, so I don't mind. I be on the share the spotlight.
I done told these two that they be going back and forth.
We weren't going back and forth, but we were doing too much for her, so she had to intervene.
That wasn't a back and forth.
No.
Oh, okay.
Not at all.
Okay.
Okay, so listen. I definitely agree with that to a certain extent. I mean, I feel like
which one?
Oh, the one about you have to train somebody. I feel like the whole like, oh, the right one will know and shall know. Like, I think that's like more romantic movie screen type shit. Like, yeah, like I feel like that comes after a while, but like from the start, because everybody not romantic. You know what I'm saying? Everybody don't expect that level of it or expect to give it back. So it's like I think that comes with like that gradually comes after we done had the conversation, after we've been dating, then you should know what to do. But gradually, yeah, we learning each other. That comes with communicating. Through that communication, we learning and teaching each other. So it's like, as well as being around each other and observing. So naturally, you're going to learn anyway because you're interested. So you obviously should be paying attention.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? As well as learning and asking, even if you want to. I mean, if you will, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, definitely got to show them a little bit and train them. But I don't think it should come with like, you know what I'm saying, a whole blueprint. It's like, you need to do this, and at 8 p.m. Like, no, it's not like that. But for sure, you're going to like learn and mesh and know what, you know, when you want that reaction or how to get, you know, that person to, you know, feel good or whatever. You learn that by being with them. But some stuff definitely got to be communicated and taught, if you will.
I agree with that. But I think I'm looking at the other side of it a little differently. I do think, you know, you have to get used to a person. You have to learn that person. There's no way you can just jump from relationship to relationship, giving out the same thing and it's going to work everywhere. So like, yes, but then there's also the idea of someone who's not doing these things, who's not whatever the thing is that you want them to do, that person may not be the right person because they are not ready to be in a relationship at that point because they're not doing these things. I feel like when you are ready to settle down and to be in a relationship, like a certain like gear kicks in and you start doing certain shit. You start moving a certain way with certain people. And it's like some of those things start to come naturally just because your mindset is, I'm ready to settle.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like maybe you're looking at this person and they're not doing all these things and you're like, maybe not even a personality flaw. You're just not ready. Mm-hmm. So like me sitting here trying to teach you and beg you to do all these things for me is a waste of time.
Yeah, you should definitely know the difference.
Mm-hmm.
Because I feel like there should be a baseline of what your understanding of a relationship, how you should treat somebody and things like that. And then when I'm teaching you, that should be like what I like, what I expect, things like that. Maybe. You know what I'm saying? I shouldn't be teaching you all the ropes.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, I think that if the teaching part is minor, you know what I'm saying? I think that if it's small teachings, there's no problem with that. But to teach you how to be in a relationship and to teach you how to treat somebody, and I think that those are basic things.
Yeah, because at a certain age, certain stuff is just like you should already know this. But like, but then there's also personal things. Like, okay, I don't know that you want roses every day. My last girl was allergic to roses, so it's like, you got to something like that. You might have to kind of know or learn as you go. But I think the folks in the comments kind of we all on the same page, like
And I think like what you said about those basic relationship things, Kimi, is like true because what she was mentioning in there was like asking him to text you. Do not ask him to care about you. Like showing if somebody. And I believe in the love languages. Sometimes we miss it. You know what I'm saying? You're buying me gifts. I want you to spend time with me. I think you don't care. You think you're showing that you care. But it's most of the time you know some way when somebody's doing something, whether they care about you or not.
I'm living in the same house with you. That's enough love.
Is it?
But now what if y'all not living together though?
No. Rewind.
My
communication with you should be enough. If you're hearing from me on a daily basis.
Are you being serious?
And that's on Aquarius. Woo!
Are you being serious?
He dead ass. That's
What?
an Aquarius.
What else should I be giving?
That's funny. He's an Aquarius.
I mean, whoever I date, I am the best person that they've ever dated. And that's the end of it.
Hey, I need a bill. We need
so
some
I don't need to bring nothing in this motherfucker but me and my energy.
I'm good.
Okay,
sir.
Noted. Well noted.
I don't think I've ever had a complaint about how somebody was treated.
But I'm sure you do things to let your partner know that they're loved and cared for.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I just told you what those were.
Showing up.
Good morning. Good night.
Yo, get out of here.
I'm married. So what I'm saying
have your
is
husband
right.
on next week and have him talk about how that shit feels.
He's good.
Okay.
Your eggs and grits on the show.
Are you out there? Join us for an episode and talk your shit, boo.
Please hit the comments for us, cause Big Scheme over here, he's flexing on the ground. Sorry, no.
Yeah, saying I'm here, I'm enough.
Oh, I'm having technical difficulties.
Agreeing that it's a little bit of both. People should come in with some basic, I want to be in a relationship, things that let you know that they're serious, but you also have to learn people a little bit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like I'm not gonna teach you.
It's black and white.
Oh no, I'm not gonna teach you, like you said, like respect or like how to reply or I don't feel neglected, like shit like that. It's just like that's the beginning of it. But like I said, when it get down to the nitty gritty, you gotta kind of learn certain stuff for sure.
Yes, nitty and gritty.
Nitty and gritty.
You know, you gotta find out they into the spit or no, I'm joking.
It always comes up. Always.
Yeah, we had that at home.
But this is a good segue. We're sticking with the relationship theme. So when you are trying to figure people out and stuff, when you are trying to learn someone or someone's trying to learn you, do you break people down?
Are you knocking down walls and breaking through barriers of trauma?
Okay. So are you talking about those people that have like a whole
issues
fence, fucking barbed wire fence around their heart, and you gotta like to get through?
Are you excited that you have a psychology degree when you're in a tumultuous, toxic relationship because you feel like you can break down those walls?
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I don't have fun doing that.
I don't got. Let me not say that. That's gonna sound cocky, but I don't. No, I don't do that.
I think some people love it.
Yeah, it's like only so much barbed wire and wood and Teflon I can get through.
I don't think I'm willing to do that now. I think when I was younger, when you're younger, you meet somebody and this person seems so amazing, so special. And you're like, if I could just get through some of this stuff, I know like that sweet little innocent person is in there just waiting to get out. And you try to break through, you try to do this, you try to help them, blah, 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 blah. And then you realize that little person in there was this shitty little asshole that was exactly representative of the asshole that was living on the outside. And there's really nothing to break through to.
What did Tina Turner say about Ike?
You must understand that the touch of your hand makes my pulse react. What love got to do?
Where's y'all mics at? I don't be seeing y'all mics no more.
You don't see my mic?
Oh, I see yours. Never mind.
Moni's supplies is at her feet in a box. That's what we've determined.
You know, things ain't been right ever since I said Moni know her way around the mic, man. She just like banned the mic.
She said never again.
It is Deezy.
Mr. Suck That Wood is fucking tardy or not present.
Don't be tardy for the party. Tina said that she was loyal to Ike and not wanting to leave him, and I felt like she could get through that somehow, some way.
I remember that when she was talking about, then everybody knows that from the movie, that he was like, everybody I ever worked with, they left me and moved on. So we had this complex, and that really stuck in her head.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I'm never going to leave him because that's what everybody else did. That is like just straight up manipulation, pimp shit, reverse psychology. Like,
but people know how to use their traumas to hold on to people. Absolutely. I know this girl who's a career woman living her best, and she's with an addict, and she's slowly transitioning her career into working with other addicts.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, what are you going to get out of that? Do you think that working here is going to break through to him? It's been years.
Yeah.
And you know what the truth is. You know that you can't get through. You're not going to make a change. Maybe she doesn't know that. But I mean, we talked to her straight up, and she's still holding on to that. But I feel like she wants to break that down. She wants to be the one who be like, I helped him.
Yeah.
I saved him.
Like, that's her trophy. But see, for me, go ahead, Moni. I'm sorry.
No, you go ahead.
And I was just saying, like, for me, I think that's a dangerous game to play, though, because I feel like maybe that's what she holding on to that, like, that's what's gonna save their relationship, or that's what's gonna like bond it. And it's like, okay, what if you do all of that, and what if you do help him, and then you still get shitted on? Like, what's that gonna do to your mental? You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
you might fix one problem and unload 10 more. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, I mean, I feel like the shitted on is that you're calling me at 2 a.m. to come save you. Like, don't ring my phone. You're not helping yourself. You're not. But I mean, I wouldn't be in that situation. It's not for me. You know what I'm saying? Right. I know people who's been in situations, even another person, a friend of a friend. This woman literally said out her mouth that she felt like her degree was going to help break the addiction of her spouse and get him together. You know, she was like, I have this experience. You don't have the experience. That person isn't going to do anything for you.
That's very different when it's personal. They even even psychologists and psychiatrists, they have someone that they see about their own lives. Mm-hmm. You should not be treating and diagnosing people with your life. I don't care how many degrees you have. That emotional connection is going to make it. You shouldn't be treating someone like
right.
You shouldn't. It's unhealthy. It's not going to work. And then you're going to forever look at that person as a client, as a project. Is that what you want in your relationship?
Right.
What is that dynamic going to be like? How is that person ever going to get up to be on an even playing field with you when you are, Yeah. And then also people have a savior complex, a hero complex. I feel good when I'm helping you because I'm helping somebody and I don't have to help myself.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm struggling and drowning because I'm helping you and you're good.
That's true.
Kate.
No, that's all facts. Like, and then for me, I don't want to feel like I'm your patient or your little science project. Like, we should be mentally equal, like a little bit. Like, damn. Like, no, I don't want to.
And what is it like to be that person? Every time I do something, you're trying to check me. I'm good.
That's
just what I'm saying? Like, no, I don't need you checking to see if I'm doing drugs in a corner somewhere.
They got control of the checks. The checks are going into their thing. They're divvying out money for the day, for food, for travel, for that.
Definitely not.
What? And I don't want no kids.
No, they need an inpatient, and you come back out, and I'll be your wife. Because
it's too much and it's intertwined. Eventually they don't even know what wire is what and what the damn relationship is,
right?
So it's a lot.
That remind me of the Criminal Minds. I don't know if y'all watch Criminal Minds, but
when I'm in a dentist's office,
that's
so shady. Criminal Minds is good as hell, but listen, the whole goal is they all like profilers, so they got this this skill to where they know how to break down, what I'm saying, the fucking bad guy or whatever. So like that's what they call it, profiling, which is basically like a psychological breakdown. Mm-hmm. But like they like of course, but like they when it's with each other or like their personal family, like they get real like defensive. Like, are you profiling me right now? Like, and it'd be something simple like we in a car driving and it's quiet, and then the wife is quiet, and they're like, "What's wrong?" And she's like, "Oh, nothing." And then she's like, "Are you really mad because such and such?" And she's like, "Don't do that." Like, so like they get mad, like, "Don't profile." Like, and I just think that's how I would be. Like, listen, I know that you're a rehab director, but I'm about to roll this joint and you're gonna leave me alone. Like, no.
Period. And when I first heard this topic, I thought of a few different things. One was like, do you like to break people down, get through to them? The other was like, do you like to talk to people and break down their personalities so you can understand them? And the other one was like, do you like to talk to people and break them down, like fucking destroy them?
I think all of that should exist. You know what I mean? If you're breaking somebody, then you're abusing them. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like a lot of people like to read personalities. Like one of the first questions of everybody's tongue is, well, what's your sign? So that they can figure out the baseline of how the hell you about to be acting. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people ain't dating certain people, certain birth dates and signs. Look at Moni like.
So what's y'all reaction when y'all tell people y'all sign? Because I know mine. I be so hurt. They be like, oh.
A lot of people don't mess with Capricorns either.
They be like, oh, you a Cancer. Y'all sneaky. Like,
ooh.
No, we not.
I mean, for me, it's like, well, I give them the sign, but I'm like, what's the first thought they're gonna think of me? Of course. What's your first thought?
Somebody and they refused to give me their sign because they said they didn't know what I was gonna do with it. And I'm like, yo, just tell me. And they would not. But because I do in that way, I do break people down, and it is interesting and it is fun.
Did you ever get the sign?
No.
Oh.
No. And we're not talking anymore. So
it's funny, like a lot of people, I don't know, some people take pride in the toxicity that's attached to them, and then some people
they're like, oh, I'm a Sagittarius. No.
Yeah, they be prideful.
Like you having no direction and jumping all over the place. Okay.
Y'all are crazy. Y'all are crazy.
I do like to break people down in that way. It's fun. And I'm usually on point. I'm very observant, so I can check a situation, push it together, and I'm usually like, I
don't know them off the top of my head, but I definitely read everything about Aquarians and Scorpios now because that's my situation. Mm-hmm. But other than that, I don't really know what to think. I don't know a lot about it. I don't know it off the top of my head, so.
I hear you. But yes. So that just, I guess because I like to break people down, I'm like, this shit is interesting.
Mm-hmm.
When's your birthday? What time were you born and the location? That's when it gets creepy.
Yo, we had a group chat of 6-7 of us, and we were all giving our dates, times, charts. We was going off.
Yes, it's so much fun. And a lot of it is so true. I figured out my little Scorpio moon is where my little Morticia personality comes from. And I'm like, okay, I get it.
See, I don't know all of my rising and my setting and all that. I just know like I'm a Cancer. I ain't got that deep into it. But
if I didn't show you that chart like 3 times.
But I mean, we went over it, but I don't remember the rising and the setting and all that. Huh?
Do you not like telling people your sign?
Oh no, I love being a Cancer. Like feel like, I mean, a lot of times when I tell people I'm a Cancer, they like if they already had a conversation with me, they be like, "Oh, you're not like most Cancers." But at the same time, I do have certain traits that's like, Cancers.
We are opposite signs.
Yeah, but we also are best friend signs, so it's like
just to be clear.
Yeah,
I mean, for real, like
that's why we be butting heads because we see things in an opposite way. Jisha's like a feeling sign. Mine is like a very logical.
Yeah, and it's like I'm like, no, everything is based off how I feel. Unfortunately, like,
and everything. I'm like, nothing is based off how I feel.
I base people based off how they make me feel. So it's like all that. It's just like we.
That's so funny, and this is horrible, but it's like sometimes I base people off of like what can they add to my life, like. Like what do you bring to the table? It's not even how they make me feel.
We've seen Mo with the cutoffs. You add nothing, subtract, delete, cut off, never to be seen again, never to be talked to.
It ain't nothing to cut that dick off. It ain't nothing.
Nude waiter. Any of it.
Money be like,
I cannot do it.
No watermelon date.
We need to have an episode. We'll talk about it.
Listen. If y'all want the behind the scenes conversation, y'all gotta subscribe for that.
Oh shucks, we are gonna get on our what is it called? Our Patreon together. Is it Patreon? I can't think of the name right now.
Patreon, and we're gonna get a little OF for y'all too.
Oh.
But see, let's see, like, we ain't gonna get naked on there. We just gonna be after
cussing
after the show topics.
It's the after party, and no, we can't sing that
because our mamas be watching this. So you know,
no, because we ain't getting into it with you.
Yeah.
The only thing I'm doing on an OnlyFans is reading tarot cards. So y'all come see me for a reading. Geesh is gonna have his chest out.
I do have my chest out.
Indreds.
Scaring me messy right now, but yeah.
King, what you gonna do on the OnlyFans?
Whatever is requested of me, I will be the one taking requests.
Scheme gonna be the cash. Scheme gonna be the cash down.
Top dollar.
Oh my gosh, I wasn't expecting that from you.
Yo, we nasty. Everything
Mo don't
nasty.
expect nothing from me.
I don't.
You shouldn't because I don't live like that.
Yeah. He don't live like that. That's okay. No. I just want to say quickly, y'all, let me check right now. On Instagram, we are at 995 followers. We are 5 away from 1,000, and we are trying to celebrate with y'all. Send your people to our Instagram page, have them follow us, leave us comments, like our stuff, subscribe to YouTube. We want to give away some merch. We have been working.
Yes.
That was my quick commercial for.
We got things to share with the people.
Yes, we love you. We thank y'all. We thank y'all for being on this journey with us. Like, we got so much in store, so much we want to do, so much we're gonna do. Like, it's only been a year so far, and like y'all done showed us so much love. Like,
absolutely. And we only going up from here.
The
and Moni said and Mo said we can go back and forth. You seen that? How we was on the same point? We was singing the same song.
She loves tearing down this relationship, but it's okay.
I do not love tearing it down. I break it down.
Okay.
All right, don't play with the kid.
Break it down to her.
Yeah. All right, let's continue with our relationships. I think this is like pretty interesting because a lot of people are online talking about they want that old school love that their grandparents had when they were together for 62 years and they never, left each other or got divorced. And that's that good love, right? And then, times changed. Things are different.
Evolved.
Do you think people are being realistic in this internet cell phone age when they are yearning for this like old school love? And is it even as good as people think?
I think that is not as good. I think that old school love is what really people are saying is really just a good love, a solid love is what they're saying when they say that. But a lot of people don't understand that old school love and had technology. And it was like an era where I look at it, I'm thinking of the era of like, the wife stayed at home literally with the kids. The guy went out went to work, came home, had laid his hat, on the hat rack, like that era. So it's like a lot of times you didn't know what the hell Lewis was doing when he went to work.
So Lewis was gone from motherfucking 6 a.m. and didn't walk back through the door until 7 p.m. and you didn't hear from him all day.
You didn't know what the hell he was doing.
So y'all saying that these relationships is fake love?
A lot of them were because they didn't know. They didn't have the internet. They didn't have these group chats and females and screenshots to be like,
it's not even that.
Loose was down at the Piggly Wiggly.
It's not safe. But do you need to be in contact with your partner all day, every day?
I told y'all what was needed, and y'all not receiving my message.
So elaborate, King, because you want to drop little things and then be like, "That's me. That's what I do." Like
that's what I do. Good morning, good night. Like it's not.
Why
24.
don't you do more? Why don't you think more is required?
I don't think that the most is required. Like checking in, showing that you care. How's your day going? You know what I'm saying? We don't need to talk 24/7. When people are checking in 24/7, that's when it gets toxic. That's when it gets overbearing. Most of the time, y'all living together and you want to know my moves during my 8-hour work week, 12-hour work day.
Mm-hmm.
Like bring it down. It's not necessary. You know what I'm saying? And then when you're hovering, when you don't hear from me, because I'm missing I'm clocked in, like, and getting money. You know what I'm saying? I'm busy doing this, doing that. So, I mean, I absolutely agree with the technology thing. Like, people walking around all day with their shorties on the phone in them earbuds, and my gears be grinded for them.
But do you think, all right, yes, that is true, everything you said. But do you think, like, this old school back in the day love is idealized? Because those men were out in the world cheating. It was just way more low key because they just had more opportunity.
So y'all know I was with my patient this weekend. He said he was married for 68 years.
And did he say anything about how many times he cheated?
No. He said he had the best wife in the world.
That don't mean nothing.
And when the wife came, she said that was her best friend. He ain't hate her. He wasn't cheating on her.
Hate? Cheating don't got nothing to do with no hate.
You're right about that. I've
that
been
could be
there.
The best friend. They could love each other right now. That doesn't mean in 1976 that he didn't lay down with Brenda.
with the dragon right leg and the hips.
Yes, Brenda. She had the wedge on the bed.
Oh my God. You know, it's rough. You know, it is really person by person, situation by situation, because I see a lot of people going through stuff and I'm like, why? Like, you have a lot of options. You're worth a little bit more than that. And it doesn't have to be as complicated. But, you know, who am I? Maybe I'm living too simple. And that don't mean that people don't try to go there with you, because people are opposites. So, you know, I'm chilling. I don't think that as much as is needed. That does not go for the other side. But I feel like I set like, yo, chill out. You know what I'm saying? So
I feel like with technology, with internet and cell phones, that it's just, I don't know. I don't need to be in contact with you all day.
But are you tempted to download those spy apps?
I want to check in. I want to check in. One for breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
We wake up together. I go off to work. When do you need to hear?
If we don't live together.
So if we don't live together, you want it all day. Morning.
No, if we don't live together, I expect you like to hear from you sometime in the morning, sometime, you know, in the afternoon, and then probably at night before you go to sleep or something.
Mm-hmm.
Now that doesn't have to be every day, but I feel like we should check in.
Mm-hmm.
I do like that. That makes me feel cared for if somebody's checking on me.
I get it. I mean, I do like hearing. I do like getting messages and stuff. I'm not a brick and a stone. But you ain't going to wear me out either.
What if your partner requests it? Like, I don't, like, I feel like you're not checking in enough, or I want to hear from you more throughout the day. Like, can we text a little more or whatever? Are you like, nah, son, I don't do that? Or, of course, babe.
Yeah, I'll do it.
Stop. What is that?
I will do it. I will give you what you need. If it ain't too much.
Now, are you gonna get tired after 2 weeks and be like, I can't do
I'll
it?
probably fall off. My consistency is not the best.
So if the person who's with you just has to know, this is solid. You ain't gonna hear from me all day.
Yeah.
So what is the average? Like, what do you think is like twice a week?
It's every day.
Okay.
With a little FaceTime sleep session.
Okay.
See, that adds up for a couple of messages, right?
Like a few texts. Yes.
I'm about to go to sleep. Call me, and then we'll fall asleep together. I feel like that's about 25 messages.
Okay. All right.
So I don't need to give you more than that. And if I'm wrong, somebody tell me that.
I'm being like,
I missed all that. I'm sure I had something to tell you, but I missed all of that. I got a Wi-Fi company to cuss out directly after this.
That's that Oklahoma internet.
It is. I was just saying I'm sick of these cornfields. I'm cussing ass out as soon as I get off this live. But yeah.
We are 1 away from 1,000.
What?
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
People are pushing us. Thank you.
That's right, folks.
We're finishing up that topic. And let me just read the meme and then you can do it. So relationships are harder now because conversations became texting, arguments became phone calls, feelings became subliminal messages, sex became easy, the word love is used out of context, insecurities became a way of thinking, becoming jealous became a habit, trust is hard to come by, being hurt became natural, and leaving became an option. Scary. Sad but true. So if you have something that's worth it, don't take it for granted. Fight for it and don't let it go. How do y'all, and that's another thing. How do y'all feel about being, like, how far do you go fighting for a relationship? At what point are you just looking stupid and fighting nothing? Kimi ain't fighting. What a damn thing! He said, fight?
No, I've definitely fought for love before. I've definitely fought for it.
How far do you go?
I feel like I've lost my mind waiting to exhale.
What have you done?
It happened one time.
What did you do?
It is trash.
One time. What's trash?
I just wanted to do a wait to exhale.
No, I mean, like, I got to that level of obsession.
All right, that's all y'all get.
No.
Turn up.
Yeah.
Oh, look at us, y'all. We had a foul wow.
That's y'all know we were not playing. We have a little merch package we are trying to give away. Check the Instagram for more details. I'm so excited. Thank you.
Shout out to Noeasy. He sent the whole crew over to the Insta. They done followed us in a half second. Thank you for the love.
Thank you.
Right. No way on the ones and twos.
So sweet.
Yeah, so our lucky followers gonna get a nice little care package from We Have It At Home.
We got to do a giveaway. We have to. We're gonna have some things going on. It's gonna be a party.
Absolutely.
I'm sorry, but we were in the middle of saying something. But
we was talking deep, but that 1,000 came through. We was having a good conversation. Yeah.
Oh, fighting for love. You saw me fighting for love.
Mama said knock you out. No.
So, Keem, what was the craziest thing you've done?
For the love?
For the love.
So I didn't set anything on fire, but it became an obsession. You know what I'm saying? Like, you were constantly in the emails and in the running through comments. At that time, it was MySpace. Like, you just lost your. I just.
I've ever. I don't know.
I wish I had kerosene.
It's funny. I got one of my cars set on fire before.
Really?
I'm sorry, y'all. I be going.
Yo, those people who do shit like that, like they are my heroes because I just don't have it in me. Like I don't have it in me. When it comes to stuff like that, I'm straight pussy. Like I'm like, yo, just let it go, walk away, like just let it dissolve. I don't want to have nothing to do with it. I wish I could go set a nigga's car on fire, son.
I was so hurt. I was having a good old time. My neighbor called. Like,
that's the reaction I want. I was so hurt.
My neighbor called me like, yeah, bro, your car is. Well, they just see like your car is on fire.
Woo!
I'm like, what you mean on fire? He was like, it's on fire. He's like,
fire before I'm 40.
He's like the fire department that came and got it and everything. And when I came back, it was just a big ass black ash mark in the driveway and like.
Where were you at?
And like. I was out with my friends, like I was out to eat. I wasn't even on no bullshit. I was out to eat.
It probably wasn't supposed to be nowhere.
But I didn't drive that night, and it was just like, oh, your car is on fire. I'm like, who the fuck set my shit on fire? And I'm not Maxine.
And she was like, you ain't in your car you in then.
It was a 98. It was a 98 Maxima, so of course her name was Maxine.
Did she have the braids with the bob? No,
I don't know. I thought of her more of like a granny auntie with like the little, she had a wig for each event. That she got me through some shit.
All right.
Geesh, have you ever done anything crazy for love?
No, that's not my personality. That's not my personality. I'm more of the like, I come out on the balcony and watch y'all do crazy shit for love. Okay. But like I'm not gonna do the most. I'm too cool. Like you might get a double text or I might call you 3 times.
Yo, I even have rules about that. I hate to see yo. I'm like, yo, I text 3 times. If I don't hear back after that, then this is a one-way conversation.
And that's only once I'm already entitled. Like we already talking and kicking it. Like if we in the middle of like getting to know each other and you are already flaky, it's like.
Oh,
right?
wait. No.
I'm only like hello when I'm like you better be answering my fucking phone. Like
no, if it's somebody I know, I might call or text, especially if there's no real reason why they shouldn't be answering me.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like that's when I give you more like I get a little bit more saucy with it. Like okay, like double text. Like I'm more comfortable with being annoying as opposed to like when we first starting off. It's like you can't even. Yeah, you got to be consistent from the get go, or you ain't even gonna. It ain't gonna matter.
I don't think I've done anything crazy. I think the craziest thing I've done is, again, it was MySpace days. I've looked in a cell phone or two. I have looked in a fucking browsing history and found mad shit. I've scoured the internet, putting together first and last name, families, members, first and last names. I was looking for everything that was anything about this person.
Yes, it will get you there.
Yes, and I spent hours doing it, which is ridiculous.
Yeah. Now, what I will do, if you break my heart, I will get my sisters or like my girl best friends to beat you up.
That's
the most craziest thing I probably would do is like
that is wild, Geesh.
She had me fuck and they be on. I wish they was in the comments tonight because they be on cue. If I call, I'd be like, listen. And only one of my friends that mature was she's like, no, I'm not doing that. Whatever y'all got going on, like we grown now, but the rest of them still be like, okay, just give me that dress.
And Geesh probably hit her up with the most nonsense.
I'd be so dramatic.
She said my breast stink.
That is him. That is him.
My breath don't stink.
She made fun of my flip phone.
No, for real. But I ain't had.
I was watching. Do y'all know Kendra G, the radio host? Sure. She has an Instagram dating show, and the guy came on there with one eye, and he had one eye because the previous girl got him jumped.
Well, so let me stop.
No. Stop. Now, what did you do to get jumped?
And he was like, I didn't press charges. I just let it be. I didn't do none of that. Da, 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 da. And Kendra was like, you should have went to the jail for that. You should have pressed charges.
No, that's just like what's her face? We talked about this already. Like Left Eye and Her Man. Like sometimes they be knowing who they dealing with somebody crazy.
No. That is completely different from having you assaulted.
Burning your house
and
down
losing a fucking
and getting you out of jail.
She did not mean to burn the house down. The tub, the fabric of the tub, the material of the tub was flammable. She didn't light that shit and say, "I'm gonna burn your house down." That was the outcome of what she did in that moment, and she realized she fucked up. So me wanting to light your shit on fire in the tub and accidentally blowing your house up is different from getting a group of people to beat your ass and you losing your eyesight.
So you would have bailed her out of jail? Like, okay, come on, boo.
As my shorty?
Come on, it was a mistake. Shorty?
Possibly.
Yo, that's like I love all the memes that are going around with the people talking about the stupid shit they did in the relationship.
Oh my God.
And the girl was like, I had my man's spot raided, and that's when he found out I was a cop. And now I love him. Free him now.
Yes.
Oh my God.
It's always like that.
She was like, let him out. And then it was one, and the girl said she changed her major from a nurse to a lawyer so that he could have the best lawyer because he was a trap king.
Yeah, I cannot.
And then they broke up, and she was cussing him out like, I'm so stupid. I changed my major for you.
Yeah,
I'm stuck doing shit. She said, I'm stuck doing something I don't like. You're a whole lawyer for a man.
For a man, your whole life is on the up and up.
And she knew what she. That's crazy.
And your relationship couldn't even outlast the damn Cause you be in college for being a lawyer for like what, the same as a doctor
for a lifetime. Yes.
So it's like the fuck you doing that? You somewhere reading a big ass book. Looking dumb and you
dedicating your life to something you don't even enjoy.
Have y'all ever thought about making life decisions based off of a shorty when it wasn't that serious?
No.
Not probably when it wasn't that serious, but I definitely thought about.
No.
Yeah, I wouldn't do that like that. The most I probably would do is like relocate or something, but like that's it. I'm not gonna change. I'm not gonna and if I do anything I gotta have a plan A, B, and C. So even if I was to do that. Like it wouldn't be done. Like I couldn't do that. So you're right. I couldn't do nothing. Like even if I do, I'm gonna set myself up in case some shit.
Have you started planning?
Him with arrow. No, I feel like I've worked too hard on my life.
Yeah.
To allow anybody to come in and completely fuck it up. I've let people come in and mess around a little bit. And then at some point, I got to check myself and check them. But no, I take that shit very seriously. I don't like it. Like, no. That's what I'm talking about. Like, you need to be able to add and control the situation. Because if all you coming is bringing your motherfucking feelings, we going to have a problem.
Was that a shot, Moni?
No!
Sorry,
if it don't apply.
I know. Okay, Nikki. No, but yeah, for real though, like you gotta add to it. But I says Will, I want to be able to add to, like that's one thing about me. I won't even be comfortable with dating or entertaining nobody unless I'm in a certain position. You know what I'm saying? Like mentally, financially, all that. Like I'm not even gonna entertain you because what's the point? So, but I expect that same in return. Don't even tip my line if you know you're not like ready to do the shit that it requires. You know what I'm saying? So it's like. Yeah, but I ain't going out of my way for sure. I'm not gonna set myself up to be like looking dumb. Like, no. Even if I say like, okay, Moni, we together, I'm about to come live with you, you best believe I done looked out, okay, how affordable is it to live on my own just in case this don't work out? Okay, what's other jobs is hiring? What's the thing? You know what I'm saying? Like, because obviously they're gonna be like, oh, I'm coming back, we broke up. So it's like
you wanna have your shit?
Yeah, I wanna have my shit together. So it's like that's how I personally move.
That makes sense.
And I always tell my friends that I'm like, your best situation gonna come from you meeting somebody that's your equal. Like you got your shit, they got their shit. Don't be in there like, oh, we together, I'm about to move in together. No, they need to have their own apartment to go back to, and you need to have your own shit to go back to until, you know what I'm saying, y'all finish learning each other. Because then y'all gonna move in, and then you're gonna find out how toxic it's gonna be, and it's gonna be holes in the wall and red nail polish on the mirror. Like it's like, no, it's good to just come meet me in the middle. And then we make that even bigger. if one person is lagging or dragging, it's gonna kind of show. I feel like.
Agreed.
And I think that like whole thing about fighting for someone, I was just thinking about it, and it's like, I don't know. I never get to a point where I'm like, I want to destroy this person or destroy the things that they have. So I'm not gonna do a bunch of shit while I really like. I've never been. People have done foul shit to me, and that's never my reaction. It's never like I want to destroy them or I want to hurt them. So that's why, I mean, it must be glorifying to do that shit. Like amazingly glorifying. But I think ultimately, I don't know if it would like make me feel good. In the moment, it would. But like looking back, I would feel like that person brought me to a place to do something that is out of character for me. And that is a sense of control for that person.
And that's,
I have allowed that person to control my actions because I'm doing something that I know I wouldn't normally do.
Come on, Yamba.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like that control part, I always try to like check myself with that. Like, is somebody else controlling you because they know what your reaction is going to be? You know?
And that's something I learned early on. So it's like if you get a reaction out of me, I must really care because I'm like the king of like a poker face. Like I don't. My friends be like, "You so calm." Because I'll be pissed to talking to them. But like the way I handle situations, I'll be so calm. I never react like first or what I want to do, and like I kind of got that laid back. I'm like the laid back guy. Like I'm chilling. You screaming and yelling. I'm just like, okay.
I do the same, and I'll straight look at you like this, like.
And don't let me be high because I'm definitely don't give a fuck. Like
I think we all do that. I think we all can master that.
But no, but some people don't know. I think that's us three, yeah. Because some people know. Some people do not know how to like control. Yeah, like that's something. That's a major flex. Because I be chilling and I be in my head like I got this thing where I like take my two thumbs and put it right here in your like esophagus and just like.
All right,
but that's just in my head.
Why you have a choke strategy?
Well, I could go into that, but I'm not.
We will have our exclusive content backstage very soon, peeps.
Only fans.
Let's talk about this last topic for these last few minutes. Is there a such thing as closure? Should you be going back to people to get closure? Is that even a thing?
I think it's a thing.
I heard that closure is not good for you because if you go get closure and you don't get what you want, shit ain't closed. You still messed up.
You don't get what you want. You're going in for a certain thing and it's not closure.
Most of the time when people want closure, they want an apology.
Yeah.
They want to hear a certain response to all the shit they've been through.
An acknowledgement.
Clarity.
Yes, clarity. That's my thing, yo.
That's me. I need clarity on all levels.
But it's not going to be clarity. Fuck them.
Yeah, I don't think I ever really, maybe first few relationships or, dealings, I would try to get clarity and that would keep me in a back and forth forever, going back and forth, because they're going to say something you like, something that sounds good, something that's going to remind you that you love them and you care about them.
Yes.
Now you're in conversation. Now you're talking every day, blah, 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 blah. And now you're back.
Right.
So it's like that close. I don't know if there is no closure. Either that person is going to be open and let you know what they were thinking, what happened, or they're not. They may not be able to explain what happened. So you going back, trying to dig deep, you're digging in a shallow fucking nothing because they can't go any deeper. Like I go back. And then also there's another part of it. I always think about who could play that game. Everything is a fucking game. You go to get closure. Nobody goes to get closure ugly.
No.
I'm going to get closure. Face beat, hair done, outfit, smelling like $1 million.
Yes.
Because that smell is important. I'm not going to get closure looking raggedy.
But are you prepared to have that loin laid into?
I don't know. It's not always about a loin.
It is not. It is not. But you're setting that up. You want them to have some type of desire for you. That's why you're looking good, smelling good.
It's not the actual act. It's the desire. I want to go here and be wanted. I don't care what you're saying out of your mouth.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she wants the last laugh. Mm-hmm. Like, look what you missing out on.
If y'all have never seen two can play that game, Vivica Fox and Morris Chestnut, This is this. Yo, I learned mad shit from.
I watched it twice because y'all were talking about it.
Yes, it's all trashy, but that energy flip is real. Mm-hmm. One person is feeling down, shitty about the relationship. The other person is feeling good. That shitty one person has to come over to get some closure. Somebody says something, other person says something, they leave, they're feeling good. Now you are left feeling shitty because they don't flip the energy.
Yep.
Ugh, it's so good.
I've never had that situation. I guess because I do the clean cut, like, this isn't working. This isn't working.
And I'm like, why? But why not? What happened?
I think I usually
that it's not between us, but I just want to know for my future. Please?
You have a nasty attitude. And you don't want to change it, so I need to go.
I don't know. I don't think every situation requires closure, but it's some situations where I feel like
But what is the closure for you? What would you be looking for in that closure? Because I think most people want closure. Mm-hmm.
I honestly don't. I mean, that's why it's funny that I'm even defending this because I really don't care for closure. Like, it's always it's a situation. It's at a point to where I'm one of those people that's like, it's at a certain point where I didn't made my own decision for both of us. Like, okay, I'm not getting this, or I know I'm not going to do this. So it's like, okay, you know what I'm saying. So that's me. I stopped talking to you, like,
right.
But on the flip
side, what situation are you thinking of? Like, what did you have in
mind?
Well,
that's what I'm saying. Like, on the flip side, like, you know what I'm saying? If I didn't put my time and effort, and I would want like an answer, or I would want some, or you know what I'm saying, a situation to where it's like, okay, I need you to make this make sense to me. Like, you know what I'm saying? But I get it like that, even in that breath, like, I know I'm not gonna get what I want out of that. But like, that would probably be a situation. Like, if I feel like I got cheated on, or if I just feel like we breaking up and I don't really feel your explanation is, you know what I'm saying, up to par. It's like, okay, I need you to break this down. I need you to make this make sense. Like, basically, that'll be my only closure if I don't understand why the fuck, you know what I'm saying, something went a certain way. But most of the time, it'd be clear as day, so I don't be needing closure.
But if that person, I don't know, I feel like if that person wanted to give you closure, they would have let you know.
Well, yeah, I'm sure.
Or walks away or doesn't explain some shit or does, it's because they didn't want to.
Yeah. Because I'm like that. I'll stop talking to you. And it won't be nothing other than me stop talking to you. I'm not a blocker or an unfollower or none of that. You can see everything. You're just not involved in it no more. Like, so it's like, I don't really need closure. I just leave you alone. And that's
okay.
No, I mean, I would hope the people that I deal with are respectful enough to like leave me with some dignity. I don't mean like leave me with some, but like leave
with something
in a like I don't know, a righteous or respectful way. And I would just hope that would happen because I really like in a relationship, it's not we break up and you're a bad person.
Right.
We are not suited for each other's lives.
Right.
For each other. And that's okay. It doesn't have to be now let's destroy each other and everything and let me beg you to understand. I just don't think people a lot of times they even understand why they're taking most of their actions
out on you.
Just period. People don't even just think about every day. Like they do something all the time, every day. They never stop and like, why do I do this?
Right.
It's usually because I've been doing it for years.
I get it.
I don't know.
I don't think that I'd be opposed to a good closeout. Hey, this isn't going to work, and it isn't going to work because blah blah blah. But I mean, if we go our separate ways without explanation, I'm okay with moving on. I mean, for the most part, we're in the situation. We know why these things are happening. We already see them leading up to it. You know what I'm saying?
Not always. See, a bitch loves to be blind when she's dealing in a relationship. I can see everything else. I can read people. And then I'm like, what is he thinking? I don't know. Why did he do that?
No. I just was hanging out with friends, and the one girl said that she gave her boyfriend the ultimatum of him. He needs to stop smoking weed in the apartment. He can smoke outside because there's people and neighbors and elderly, blah, blah, blah. You know, and he couldn't stop. So she was telling him that, you know, he would have to leave at that point. And she was like, if you leave, we're not staying together. And my girl came home and that apartment was clear.
Ooh.
He left her over that marijuana.
I mean, I don't like ultimatums because at that point it's like, I don't give a damn how little it is. I know.
But you guys, aren't you teaching?
I'm choosing that. No.
What were you saying?
But is it always an ultimatum? Doesn't that you have to make compromises?
No, that's not a compromise. If you say if you don't do this, I'm leaving. Yeah. That's an ultimatum. You're saying this relationship is over if I don't stop doing this.
And especially if I met you.
But the option was go outside because it's disrupting our neighbors.
But why couldn't he go outside? Did he have a reason?
No, he could go outside and do it.
He just didn't want to.
And he never did it. He continued to smoke inside the apartment.
It was the ultimatum for him.
But it seems like he tried to compromise at first, but he just didn't do it.
Possibly.
But then she shouldn't have given him an ultimatum. She should have said, I'm going to end this relationship because you're not stopping. I guess you could put it on him to like give him one last chance. But at that point, again, that person then showed you.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's a hard pill to swallow.
Yeah.
You would rather smoke weed indoors than be my man.
And on that note,
until next time, people, and really do check out. We are going to definitely have that giveaway. Thank y'all so much for bringing us to 1,000. It has been an amazing year, and there's going to be plenty more to come. Until next time, peace.